Buggity buggity boo, welcome to the digital dojo! Switching over. I gotta add beans to the groupie.
The groupie.
Groupie.
I got my chicken tikka masala.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm. I'm here to talk about... I'm here to talk a little bit about a thing called Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait,
oh, I thought you were going to say our
Baldur's here
cards
to
didn't
interview
work.
me tonight. You what?
let me get my D20.
Yeah, they're going to say something.
Are we
like
rolling
cards
dice? Wait, what? I thought I was just being
Yeah.
interviewed.
didn't- Oh,
I need
yeah.
dice?
So, yeah. I mean, you can always have your dice ready. It's not a bad
Why do
idea.
Do I... Are you telling me to have my dice
Wait.
at all times. Was this a test? I wasn't.
Wait, I'm rolling a d20 to see if we need dice.
Oh, okay.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, it would be a good idea to go ahead and make sure you have roll 20 and D&D Beyond pulled up. Have you already?
I do
signed up
have
for the
that. I
campaign?
have that
It's
in a tab. I'm gonna bring it up on my stream right now.
Oh, cool.
Do you want me to bring it
Cool.
up for you? Roll a D69, Madman
no.
says.
Yes.
Ah, Madman, I sent you this stuff. Let me know what you think.
Thanks for the raid, Madman. I appreciate you and all your weird, idiosyncratic, whatever the heck you're talking about with wrestling. I'm guessing. Thanks. Thanks for being a weirdo.
Like the
He was
best
just
of
on
us.
vacation.
Welcome in, Madman.
I made
Let me
me.
pull up all this stuff.
Madman.
So yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, we're on the digital dojo side. I'm Baljit Tabar. Well, you can just call me Baljit. I'm a father, educator, and husband that does co-working with music and video games on the side. But it's summertime, so we're doing more music and video games as of late.
I made Beansy really big on my stream,
Oh, hell yeah.
so we can all.
I'm like faded in the background. That's great.
He's like a plushie, obviously, but more than that. Oh, oops, what's going on? Where are you going? Let's
I
see.
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just hearing more than that. More than that.
Yeah, right. More than nope.
I want the projector screen. Wait, I want you behind the
Wait.
projector screen.
Oh.
But I want the black filter. There we go. Wait, what? Now why is this all swiggity swaddly?
I'm not sure. You guys are sitting at a desk, and mine is just chilling.
And then blip. And then
Some
why is he?
villains.
And then what? And then what? And then who? And then who? And then who? And then I want you behind
My
here.
name is
But
what?
I want that
My name
behind
is
here.
who?
But I want this over there. But I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't want to go to bed.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
I don't want to be a burden.
Do this.
For those of you who have not heard the unhingedness, it's gonna happen.
The unedgingness? What?
Yep.
Unhingedness.
Oh. I thought we were talking about something else.
No, no.
Okay, Beansy, you're just gonna be a dark shape in the background. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I should put like a weird filter over your voice, like
Wahahaha.
like you're one of those people who want to be identified in a documentary. But I can't really do that. I can't really separate that. But whatever. Anyways, the giant bear in the background. In more ways than one.
Excuse me? Oh, that's true. I'm a bear in that way.
Okay. Anyways, let me close my door. Let me get settled in with my Tika, and I'm ready to be answered the questions. So just a moment, folks.
Yes.
I don't remember where I log in for Roll20. Can you tell me?
I sent you a link for the campaign page. So
I'm-
hopefully all you have to do for that.
No, I
What do you
mean
mean, like,
like
which
which
account?
browser.
Oh,
Madman, I'm glad you had a good vacation, except for the last drive
Maybe
I heard
Chrome
was
is
not great.
fine.
But
I was like, you gotta use one that wasn't Chrome or Firefox.
I use
Because
Firefox.
whatever one that has the
I'm kidding. It was a joke
Oh.
because you're not gonna know which browser I use.
You're right.
Oh my.
I'm not, for the sake of it working and for you seeing the effects, I guess, would be the only thing I could think of. I take things too
That
literally
is a long
sometimes. By
story.
sometimes I mean
Well, maybe we'll
most
talk
of the
about it
time.
Wednesday.
And by most of the time I mean all the time.
You're what all
Okay.
the time? You're You're a silly Billy?
I take things seriously all the time.
Why are
there's
you
your
so
name.
serious? Why are you so serious all the time, Baljeet? Is it because you're a father?
I'm gonna turn this into an intervention.
But
on why
Beansy's
Belgi's
also
so
a father,
serious.
so what are you driving at? Who's the one piloting the Baljeet behind the mirror?
I'm very confused where this is going right now.
You should be.
I'm
Are you
shining a
confused as
light
well?
on Baljeet, causing fake drama in the YouTube circle,
Yeah, right.
YouTube world. Get wrecked, get wrecked, get
Eyes
wrecked.
What the
My
heck?
eyes. My eyes.
Alright. My eyes.
Okay,
I've been staring at a
um,
freaking screen all my life today. Ugh. Okay, where do we
Just
begin?
imagine.
Should I bring up the document you gave me with the questionnaire, or are we
Yes.
just gonna feed that to me?
And
write on it for me.
Pulled up. If my typing is slow.
Oh.
But
my eating is slow. So maybe can we do a compromise? And Beansy, can you be the court record?
I could. My
So you would have to share that with Beans, like send him a
Okay.
link.
Real.
Or Beans, if you want to do the questionnaire for yours first, we can go with that.
That's true.
You
Beans
don't
could go first, and I could see what's going on with Beansy's character.
okay. My what you call it's loud. My keyboard.
So was
Click
mine.
clacks.
I legitimately like have it right next to my microphone. What is the problem?
Legitimately.
Legitimately.
What? Summertime.
And at this place. Sorry, I'm making sure that yeah, I want you to be able to test out your Roll20 tokens and stuff, but I don't want you to see where everyone else is necessarily.
So how do we do
until,
that?
it's required. Huh?
How we do that?
You're gonna sign into Roll20 and DB on and do the tests and stuff. Let me make these notes real quick.
Why does it say the next game will be 3 years ago?
I don't know why it's interesting. So
Are we in
I
a
don't think
time
I
warp?
reviewed the explanation for this.
Is this part of the canon?
Yes and no at the same time. So I'm using a homebrewed world that done for a different campaign that had with some IRL friends, and we just haven't gone back to that for the longest because we haven't played D&D together in like over
3 years.
and that was a one shot. Well, 3 years for this one, clearly, for whenever that game. was.
Nyla's in here. I haven't
No,
talked
no,
to Nyla in forever. Oh my god.
Don't look at the other people's names in there.
But
yes, yeah.
these are the things you sent me. It's on stream now.
Wait. Oh, well, don't pull up their names. Don't pull up their
What?
names.
Why?
Because information of other people.
Oh, I didn't understand. Then why did you send
Yeah.
what?
That's what I'm
Baljeet.
Oh, what did I send you? You're saying for Roll20 or for what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think
I don't want to expose. I'm so sorry. Like what?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think other people have their stuff like that much on there. So yeah.
Baljeet, I think you should probably set up a separate one, dude.
The amount of data that is involved in that is a lot.
Okay.
I also
I
do
just
think you guys
I
really go
don't
looking
want to
for-
like leak people's private information. Like what the hell?
Yeah. Well, how far are you delving into other people's stuff? I guess is the better.
No, I just
question.
looked
Yeah.
at the page of the Roll20 campaign and just saw, there's 10 other people in there and Nyla's in there.
It's just.
So
I mean, I'm there too.
Yeah.
yeah.
What the heck, Satil?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm teasing you.
So if part of this is why I guess I didn't pull it up on like the main thing on Discord because I don't have mine pulled up. I have co-working pulled up with the which are spiritually lo-fi sessions. And that's why I'm doing it, running it in the Discord too. So that way it's like small groups and stuff. But I mean, we can still talk through the questions and stuff. But if you can like just have your character things pulled up, I guess, or maybe just have like your D&D Beyond pulled up at first.
Yeah.
One with you.
Yeah, do you want me to share that with you? In Discord?
No, I mean, you can have the D&D Beyond pulled up for other people. That's fine because that doesn't have... That one's separate. That part is separate.
Okay.
But the Roll20 is... Yeah.
I didn't know there were so many stipulations. I thought these were the links we were using tonight.
No, they are. I just didn't think that all of that would be on there.
Nobody told me.
Yeah, so if we just can learn from it going forward, I guess is the thing from there.
Yeah, please inform me next time.
Yes. So I'm just gonna exit the game real quick and just look and see from my perspective here. Where is it? Yeah.
But can I just say, I do love Nyla, and like, I miss her. I want to talk to Nyla.
I gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna go from here. If we don't, I mean, we don't have to worry about Roll20 tonight. If anything, you know, we can do the.
Yeah, just tell me what we're doing. Tell me what we're doing.
Yep. If you want to pull up your character questionnaire on stream or D&D Beyond, both of those should be fine.
Alright.
Either one of those would be fine.
Okay, let me get in.
So let's see, we can just this one.
Oh, and then obviously it's showing my IRL name, but that's fine. Because Google defaults to that. So there goes me. Whatever.
No, you're good. I was writing the notes. I just want to make sure I didn't lose the notes from last time.
So let me share this with Beansy. Because Beansy, do you want to be the court record? Did we agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I can do it. I have it open myself, so because Belgique sent it. Yeah, Belgique sent the form to me too.
Oh god. So you're this. You are this rabbit. Anonymous camel.
Rabbit?
Sorry, that's a camel.
Where did I put the dang thing? Here it is.
You're showing up as an anonymous camel for me in Google.
It's very possible.
I think it defaults to that, yeah.
Alright, so I'll go through whatever you want to go through first, Baljeet.
Okay. Just seeing some messages there. Congratulations on the catch game, local madman. And I don't know who the 6th member of Scooby-Doo Mystery Squad is, unfortunately. So let me pull up these questions myself. As well, I'm so used to doing a lot of things on my phone, and then I forget that we're doing stream together on there.
That's what everybody says.
It's just what they would say.
Is this what they want you to think?
It is exactly. Okay, so thankfully I sent you all the links. I can just pull up all the links from here. Cool. Here's me. Okay. So first up, So we say we're starting with Satil or starting with beans?
Up to you.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with beans first. That way you have a chance to eat your food and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay. We'll start off with. We'll go with character information. You first, beans.
Now, can I write in this, or is this? Oh no, this is mine. Okay.
Yeah, so yours, and then even if not, it'd be easy to, if you have both tabs hold open, I think easily just copy and paste it onto the onto whatever yours is, or vice versa. If you type in Satil.
No, it's fine.
I'll put on some
I'll just
ambient
write it
video
down.
for the viewers at home.
No, put on a GIF of like fruit dancing.
Why do I want one GIF repeating the whole? I guess I'll put the GIF on.
Yeah, just like do a bunch of stuff so it's like TikTok. You'll get all the zoomers.
Yeah, I'll do it. Well, first I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Oblivion ambience. Yeah. So that's my go-to for
Nice.
fantasy stuff. Okay. And then what I'll do. Sorry. Go ahead. Just do your thing in the background. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna shut up now.
Alright, so beans. What is your character's name? Are you typing it in right now? Let me pull up your stuff.
Yeah, put it. Paul. I forgot his last name. Starts with a Q.
Let me attempt to pronounce it. Let me see. Kingerios?
Something like that. Yeah.
Quingeiros. And you might be able to pull some of that from D&D Beyond directly.
Oh,
Pop it
yeah.
in.
I forgot I had that open. Oh, I have rolled 20 open like a goober.
No. You're being prepared. You're not a goober. You got it. We all got this collectively.
His character's name is Guberus Stadorius.
It should be. Quingerios. Yep. Cat. Slash.
QAT. Cat.
Catman.
Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance.
So, heritage is do you mean the same thing as basically race?
Yeah, I borrowed this from someone else, and I think that was when D&D was starting to change names around for that. Yeah, so Tabaxi works. Absolutely.
Barbara.
Class is Barb.
I don't know, he's probably
if
like 35.
and if you want, you can put the subclass on there as well. I need to
I don't remember.
gender off there and just put pronouns.
Path of Berserker.
I think
Sweet.
Berserker, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Berserker.
Berserker Barrage!
Pronouns. Bonk.
Pronouns. Yeah.
We're gonna get rid
Okay.
of this too. Heritage. All right. You want me to? Do you just want me to do you want to ask me questions about this kind of stuff, or do you?
Yeah, I mean that was always gonna. Yeah, that was always planning on doing for Satil was going through these and asking the questions.
Okay.
I mean, so if you want, we can. If you want to do the character questionnaire on your own, we can do the player questionnaire now. I mean, that's fine. I'm flexible with whatever it is. I mean, if this is stuff you feel like you can do on your own,
Yeah.
you don't want to do it right now, we could do that.
Oh, it don't matter. I was
It
just
don't
here to
matter.
have
Okay.
to talk to my buds and have fun. But no, Paul is like a tabaxi, so he's a big, tall. ish. Bonky boy. Tall,
Bonky boy.
but not bony. Bonky boy. You had a good. Oh wait, I was looking here. Oh, that's. Yeah. So I don't know what this. The picture that I got. What are the fur patterns of cats?
That's a great question. I don't. I know there's one where they have like an M on their forehead. And that's all about. There's orange ones.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
the best person to ask about cat stuff. I don't know my
I
cats.
kind of love this. That kind of also looks like AI.
Oh no. So how would you say that your tabaxi walks or runs?
Very well.
Very- I mean, it's important, I guess. I mean, if they were to walk.
Yeah, he's practiced since he was a small little kid.
Okay. That's fair. That's valid. Okay. Do you have any scars
No.
or markings?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Where was? Let me look this up. Tabaxi barbarian, because I used the picture in my D&D Beyond. That I was like, oh yeah, that looks cool.
Mhm.
Oh my god, yeah, just AI art everywhere. Oh my god, it sucks.
Yeah, that's why I pulled the tokens from where I did.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that I pulled was I made oh my god, that's not what I need right now. Google or DuckDuckGo. It's neither Tabaxi nor Barbarian.
It's being goofy.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so I would guess that there are various scars all over his body because he just likes going in and going crazy. Like cat barbarian, is that what I looked up?
Cat barbarian.
And I'm sure these image results are variable per day. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to look for it or just draw it. I mean, I don't think he has like any that are like really identifying. Just various places where his fur don't grow no more because there's a big scar.
That's fair.
But
that's an interesting detail that we have. Yeah.
What?
There's various places where his don't
Yeah.
grow no more.
I mean, my doggy has that too. So I found my dog at the shelter. He was a street dog. He has this little spot on the top of his head. That was like kind of a fresh wound when we got him, but yeah, it's just like a little black dot, and there's no fur grows there. A little scar. He's a good boy though. Good. He's scared of everything. He's this big bully, and he looks. He's just scared. Oh, here it is. This guy has absolutely no. Oh, Pompous Cat. Oh, I think I looked that up. PAM. So I wanted to know what that looked like.
A cat that's pompous. Interesting.
Oh, PAMPAS.
I was thinking like pomp and circumstance, but I don't know if I'm right.
Oh,
Probably
I
wrong.
love these guys.
PALMPUSS.
Grody.
Plum. Oh, ooh. The L's
I
throwing me off.
sent you guys. I sent you guys stuff. But that's probably what he looks like, just beefy. Here's the picture that I was... oh, that's not the right thing. That's the one that I used.
He's so cute.
So you could show them. I have, now that I know where that came from. Oh my god, please keep playing music. I have tinnitus, YouTube. You don't understand. But yeah.
What materials would you say that you have access to? Did you make your own clothes? Someone else? What influences your personal style?
Well,
Again,
what influences your my personal style? I mean,
so all the
isn't that
ones in
a-
this section for the character questionnaire. So I mean,
Oh.
like if there's stuff that's like there's like you don't have style, or like you like don't make your own clothes, or you like they're not wearing that much clothes because they're a barbarian. You know,
Right.
like whatever fits.
Yeah, he wouldn't worry too much about what he wore. And I don't because the clothing that he would wear is very simple. So I don't think he would bother figuring out how to make any of it, to be completely honest with you.
Gotcha. Maybe not worry about clothing.
Yeah.
Simple, if that's.
Yeah, probably mostly leather and or linen. Simple and linen doesn't or has not bothered to make.
I've got all my sensory gifts lined up on stream.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, good.
Oh, I gotta see. Hold on. Yes. What's that game called? Dine Dash.
Subway Surfers.
Subway Surfer.
Diner Dash. Oh my god.
I said dine.
You're dashing the subway. That's what it is.
Yeah. I meant like for some
Diner
reason
Dash
said
is a game from like 2006 on Windows Vista. Came with it.
No, I meant like for some reason in my brain it went to what's it when you like eat and you don't pay?
Yeah, Diner Dash.
Yeah, it's dining and dashing.
Dining and
Yeah,
dashing.
Dine and
Yeah.
dash. Dine and dash.
That's
versus
what that
dine and
guy's.
dash.
That's why
Yeah.
he's subway surfing because
Because he didn't pay.
for his meal. Yeah.
I don't really. What is Subway Surfers telling to our kids? Come on.
Ding dong ditch. You're
To
right.
surf
Uncle Batman.
on trains.
Underground.
Underground. Yeah, exactly.
I thought the subliminal
It's-
message was that he did not pay his bill, and therefore is skirting responsibility and telling our children to rebel. So, you know.
Also,
Um,
I made up that background.
Nope,
about-
it's real now. It's lore. I'm telling it to National
It's-
Enquirer.
Sweet.
Right. So next question is: who is alive? Who is dead? Who raised you? Do you have siblings?
Who's alive? Who's dead? That's. I mean, how many people are in this world?
So it's under your. It's with your family.
No, I know. I'm kidding. It's just a funny thing to ask. Who is alive? What
is
is
alive?
living?
The DM is very serious.
We're getting.
The
We're
DM is
getting
oblivious, I think, is the better way to put it.
Oblivious.
oblivious. No, I'm just teasing. Who's alive? Who's dead? He has an immediate. This I have thought about. He has an immediate family. Has
Mhm.
father and mother, who are both alive. He left. Oh, I guess that's not part of this. And they raised him. I haven't thought about siblings. That part I didn't think about, but I did think about his mom and dad. They're still home.
So they don't. Okay, and no siblings. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Um,
probably not.
Gotcha.
Or if he does, he
Uh,
has like one, maybe like one younger brother.
Okay, friends. Who were you close to growing up? Do you still know them?
He probably had like one or two close friends that he hasn't seen in a long time. Because he bounces from place to place, and that's gonna go into like why he's there and why he left his house. Because his family's fine, his family's nice.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
Al.
hold on, because wait. Personality, characteristics, beliefs, philosophy, personal history. Oh my goodness, this goes into a lot. Some of this I'm gonna have to like come back to and think about because I haven't actually thought about this. Like allies, he doesn't really
fine.
because he's very nomadic, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. I mean, he has allies, but he wouldn't have anybody in town. He has somebody who he learned how to fight from, like in his home area, but he's far away from them now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could add that on there if you feel like that's a significant part of your character. And it's the goal for this is to be like kind of like a living document for as we go through the campaign.
Yeah, so I'm assuming nothing has to be set in stone. Like how I'm playing my characters, like I don't have anything like up front. I just kind of have the idea of the character to start out, and Balji's gonna ask me questions, and then I'll discover stuff about my own character as I go on, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep journals on my OCs.
Them
Don't really have any besides Satil, I guess.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I got 2 OCs that I like.
Yeah, I guess the only ones I can think of are like Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have a dungeon character and a dragon character?
Bro.
Dungeon character's crazy.
I've been to dungeons, I've met with dragons. Separate occasions. Do not mix.
Right, so enemies do you have personal enemies or enemies of your group? And again, like that will probably change too since you guys have just started out. How much power do they have? What's the worst event that could happen?
Over 9,000.
Yeah. So again, like this is like if you have stuff fleshed out already, this is for me to bring things into the fold with the world I have set up. So it flows better.
Right. No, this would actually be something that part this I didn't think about.
Mm-hmm.
The
if you don't have something, that's okay. It just gives me a little bit more freedom for what we can put there.
Right. You can be like, hey, can this be, because I do have like, I have an idea of where he came from and why he's like out and about.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, like maybe even like the hound that was there last time. I don't know.
But I didn't flesh out enemies.
Yeah.
No romantic partners.
Okay.
Or children.
Okay.
No, he floats around too much.
I gotcha. Next is personal.
I added the cat that Beansy sent me.
To what?
Good.
Oh, to your stream. Yeah, that's Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. All right. So, mood and manners. How do you present yourself? How do you interact with others? Are you more likely to use your fists or words in an argument? I mean, that last question is like designed for a bard.
Oh, Barbarian, yeah. But no, he's fine. He presents himself well enough. He's a scamp. He presents himself well enough. Is mischievous. Likes to bonk. But doesn't let it influence.
Has there been anyone who's played a barbarian? A barbarian?
A barbarian, probably. But
I feel
not
like-
that I know of.
I feel like it goes hand in hand.
I mean, you'd
Because-
have to dual class at that point, though.
Yeah, but
And
singing
the problem
and-
is you wouldn't really be able to use. You couldn't use your rage and then.
I'm
use the
not talking
spell.
about the technicalities, you guys. I'm talking about singing and swinging. That's all I'm talking.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Then it's like like a war song kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Quite cool.
The last part, I mean, isn't like he's being, using people. It's just like if he wants, a better price in a store, he's not gonna like punch him in the face.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you. Accent / speech. I feel like we talked about this like briefly in the session. Like you said, like how the
He
voice
sounds like a bum munch. He sounds like this. I think as Yadis put it, he sounds like somebody making a Batman voice that doesn't know how to do Batman. But that is totally it's just like I imagine like a short, fat 9-year-old kid that's just like, I'm gonna go get him.
So it's like a gremlin. Would it sound like a gremlin?
I mean, maybe not necessarily a gremlin, just like a little mischievous like butthole. He
Gremlin.
sounds like this.
Very skill states, and it's just like a actual traveling band. That's a genius idea.
Like I don't know how to describe it.
You could say attempted Batman voice.
Attempted band. Okay, it's better than he
Maybe.
sounds like this.
He sounds like this.
I would
Where
just say
did
he
you-
sounds like this, and in quotes, but hee-hoo.
Do you
let's
drag
see,
your
how
feet?
do-
Smoke,
like
chew your
like
nails?
like Beavis. Kind of Beavis-y.
Picks. Right.
Pigs. Oh, when you said Pixies, I was like, no, what are you gonna say? But I mean, it's your character. Do what you want.
I don't know. What's he have that's sharp? And you shouldn't
Claws?
be putting in your ears.
Claws.
Yeah.
Claws and claws.
What's his worst characteristic? Oh, he makes light of everything.
Boo.
Okay, cool. So that means he has a radiant energy. That's what it is. Cool.
I don't know what that
What are your
means.
likes? Like radiant damage? It was a
Oh,
Yeah.
Baljeet.
It's psychotic energy. Yep. That's not what I wanted
Oh,
to say.
gee.
Psychic damage.
You're so silly.
Alright, so we got likes.
But no, Captain is sewer local madman.
That's Madman.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea that they have. Give me at least 3 likes. Food.
That is a good idea. There is a classic RPG called The Bard's Quest.
And you don't have to think about them for right now. Like that's just like if you got them in your head or you like came in with ideas, we can pop on there. If not, we can just film in later.
Yeah, nothing distinctive besides like he would be eating it all. Like a staple of D&D characters that I make is that they're always eating.
That's like,
Good.
what's his name? Robert Downey Jr.
Brad Pitt? Oh, Robert.
Oh, okay. I don't know the Brad Pitt story.
Yeah, in like I think it's Ocean's 11. In every scene that he's in, he has something that he's eating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Robert Downey Jr. is the same thing in like Avengers. So I wonder if he picked it up from him.
Or it's an homage.
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 An
I can see that.
homage.
All right. Dislikes, same kind of thing. If you don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
In there for now. Yeah, cool. We can move on from that for now.
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Oh yeah, bring some back for me.
No.
Share with the class.
Loser. Double major loser.
Brother. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. Hobbies and downtime.
Whittling.
Whitman. Ooh, cool. What's something you had?
Whittling / carving. Yeah. I could see him being good with that. Just like in the downtime, like when, everyone's like just milling about in like a inn or something, he's whittling a thing out of a piece of wood that he found.
I just in my head I see him just like instead of grabbing like a small branch or something, he just grabs an entire tree.
I mean, a lot of write what you know kind of thing, and I infuse a lot of me in these characters, which is obviously hard not to do.
Of course.
But like, it just reminds me of when, because I do a lot of sewing and a lot of sewing by hand. And I'm not a small person. I'm 5'9", but I'm, a big boy.
I got you.
I'm like 400 pounds.
I got you.
And so you imagine me with a needle and thread sewing like these tiny little stitches into something that my son, put a hole into. And my former roommate many years ago now saw me and he was like, I need to take a picture of you doing that so it can be like my because he's a jazz saxophone player. He wanted that to be like his first album cover, which it didn't happen because he's had a couple albums since then, but I always thought that was really funny. He just thought he thought like just a big dude that looks like he could destroy you doing something so like delicate.
The juxtaposition of that,
yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, that tickled him, and it always stuck in my brain.
That does sound like an interesting album cover, though. So you doing whittling or carving in the downtime?
No, sewing. I mean, I do some. I've carved things out of blocks of wood before. It takes time, and it's I just don't have anything to like make. You know what I mean? If I had like something that I needed it for, I would do it, but I don't just do it out of boredom.
Yeah, I got you.
Do you believe in one of the gods? He believes
we're scrolling
in...
down. Let me scroll down.
Oh.
Okay, so pantheon that is within the world, like that's like the main one at least, is the Greek pantheon.
Okay. So no Smuggle D. Green.
No. So you can put in whichever one.
No, I don't know. I don't think he probably wouldn't.
Like if it's something that
might
fit within like anything that's I guess technically from like the regular D&D.
I'm gonna mark the ones to do later.
I got you.
Enemies. This one. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to look through and see if there's any that are appropriate there.
Mhm.
Would I break the law? Yes. How would you respond to being arrested? I would leave.
And to clarify, Twitch, this is in D&D.
Indeed.
D&D.
Totally in D&D only. Leader?
Leader.
Are you a leader or a follower? It's whatever the occasion requires.
Mhm.
He doesn't usually like to be the leader, but has and can. He would much rather somebody else come up with a plan and then he just goes in and does what he needs to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So I put this question on there, or this question was involved in the character player questionnaire. I'll be honest, I do not have that much experience with using politics in the campaign setting. That doesn't mean I can't do it, but if it is an area that interests you, then I'll work harder at it. If it is not an area that interests you, then no worries if you don't fill that section out.
Oh, that's a cat.
Yeah.
I thought I had later copied there, but apparently it's cat head.
No, that could be your answer for politics. That's fine.
It's cat.
It's cat. Oh man. Okay. Dreams/nightmares. Describe each one, or one of each briefly. That one might also be like
He
a
had
little
a dream the other day where he found some cheese and ate it. No, I'm kidding. That's a later thing.
Okay, cool.
Like, for this, does that mean, like, dreams as in, like, this is, like, an ideal thing that would happen? Or is it, like, actually what he dreams about and what he has nightmares about? Like, is it situational or is it, like, actual? If that makes sense.
So you're saying, like, is it something that occurred, like, within, like, while you were sleeping versus is it something that, like, you, like, have a goal to or a fear about?
Right. Or could it be either, really?
I think it's, like, whichever one you feel like fits your character better, because I can work with either, because even if it's something in your sleep, that still kind of informs something as to...
Right.
Let your freak flag fly.
Let your freak flag wave. Never take it down, never take it down. Raise it way up high.
Yeah.
Early years.
I got cookies and cream.
That one.
I mean, I'll write the early years later. Describe your upbringing in a few lines. He, like I said before, he had a good childhood. The reason why he left home is because he was bored and they needed money. He's like, I'll go make some money.
The meow money.
Whatever, I'm tired of being poor.
Yep.
I gave some Meowth vibes for some reason.
Were we picking up on your story? But yeah, same thing. I'll do that later, but essentially what I just said. Are you an outcast? Are you a prominent social circle? No. Neither. Neither. Middle class. No influence. Is a normal tabaxi. Likes to bonk.
A normie tappy.
Likes to bionk.
Great cis het.
Yep. Relationship in law.
But with law. So it feels similar to the other one.
Have you been arrested? Have you spent time in jail? Yes.
Were you
Yes.
the law yourself?
I was not law.
The mayor of Punchtown.
What mementos do you carry? That will be a later thing. I could have some fun with that though.
Mm-hmm.
There was a character that I was playing that had this is sometimes I fall back on this where it's just like the guy it's just like wants to go out and do something. But I made a similar background and the guy walks around with a piece of or a block of jasper that he claims is his dad and was because his dad was cursed by a wizard.
Is his dad's name Jasper?
No, his dad is alive and at their house. He just does that to gain sympathy from people. And
Sounds
so that
similar
they don't
vibe
actually...
to like Minsk in Baldur's Gate, where he thinks Boo is like a space hamster who's really huge.
Oh yeah. Where it's just like, you know, the backstory of the Jasper actually is that he was given it by he was a sailor, and he was given the piece of rock by that person who subsequently died on a voyage, and so he keeps it as a memento of that guy, but he wants to not be read by anybody, so he says that it's his father and he's out to avenge his family.
He wants pity points.
Yes. Spent time in the military. Were ever a doctor? No. And no. Can perform. I mean, no and no, but you can perform like, you know, basic bandaging on himself, but I don't even know if I have anything like that in my
I mean, we would roll for medicine and we go from there, you know?
Yeah. Does he use Hello Kitty Band-Aids?
A -1. Yeah, the medicine is -1. That's the Hello Kitty Band-Aid. Were you ever in school? Yes. Like, I don't know, what's the basis of education? He would do the bare minimum.
Okay. Yeah, the campaign setting is ancient Greece, like circa 400 BCE or 440, something around those times. So, I mean, whatever education was available. We'll go with you guys can speak common and or
right.
Yeah,
right.
I think Baljeet should know those details, right? You could put the context behind our ideas.
Right.
Job profession, how did you get started in your chosen class?
Let's go with doesn't have either. Was a street, what do you call it? Street thug? Is that a bad thing to say?
Street rat. Blah 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 blah. Right. I don't know how Aladdin song goes.
I mean, something like I don't know.
You know what I mean, though? Like you would beat people up for their money.
Mm-hmm.
One jump ahead of the bread line.
I think street thug is okay, or what's a different word? Near to well.
Jabroni.
I think that one's a different one though. For some reason.
People up for money. Went into. Would they have like
a ruffian? Is that another word that could work?
Yeah, ruffian would work.
Rascal.
Would they have like maybe like a not prize fighting, but like kind
Underground fighting.
underground fighting.
I would think they would have some sort of thing like that. Yeah.
Like street fighting.
Yeah. Street
Since we're going with street.
Aqueduct fighters.
Aqueduct. Yeah. Fighting in the aqueduct. That would be so badass. That's like a Soul Calibur stage right there.
Okay.
Long-term goals.
Is that
What
it?
drives you? Woo, that's a lot. Okay.
So yeah, we can have those ones
Yeah,
be.
we'll do those ones later.
All those can be laters. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Player question.
As long as it's in your
personal
head and you
goals.
get like as you learning with it.
Personal goals. What are you hoping to get out of the campaign? What are the parts of playing D&D are you most interested? The money, baby.
No. Where am I? Where am I?
You're getting paid for this?
Yeah.
Baljeet?
Baljeet said I was getting $15 an hour.
With my teacher salary? Hell no. I love you, but hell no.
What are you hoping to get out of the campaign? Nothing. I want to have fun.
Okay,
Then
but
you
I want to
then
have
put
more
fun.
And
Not
fun
nothing.
times with fun friends
fun.
and money.
Just
Let the
send them
record
a
show
bunch of
that
Monopoly
Beans is
money.
not being paid.
I'm not being.
You're gonna get paid in peanuts. They're gonna be virtual peanuts.
Oh.
In
I'll take
beans.
You're gonna get paid in beans.
Hey-yo. But yeah,
I lost a viewer because of that joke.
nice.
Because of which joke? Because of beans.
The beans. It's funny.
Nice.
Okay.
Like I looked over and I was like,
Yeah. If you want to stay with
down to 3 now.
if you want to stay with the most boring part, that's fine too. So like what I'm thinking about there's like combat, role playing, and puzzles. There's like the main 3 I think of in my head. What do you think that's boring to you? Or if there's anything you're looking forward to out of those 3 options, just let me know.
Wait, what? Are you talking? Oh, what?
And then for personal goals, so what is the most boring? So like, unless something is boring to you from it, then don't even worry about it. We'll move on to the next thing.
Oh no, I thought these were part of the later. But no. What are? Yeah. I mean, what's most boring is. I don't even know if that's like boring necessarily, but like just people, man.
What do you mean?
No. I don't want to say it like in a terrible way, but there are particular people that play and they're slow. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so when you said do you mean like decision making in general or like in just combat?
In general.
Okay. So
No,
pacing. We can put pacing.
Yeah, pacing.
That's fine. Because that'll do my job as the DM to kind of help keep it along. It didn't seem like anyone had any issues beforehand, but yeah, I'll keep.
And those the other ones that were playing, the other people that were playing,
those other things,
and the other people.
Yeah, I think you guys did a great job with pacing and interacting and
Right.
knowing what you want to do in combat. Knowing how to look back through their character sheets and stuff. If anything, I had to read the descriptions from what y'all had, but yeah, it was good. So I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll in the group. Roll. Do you see yourself filling in our current group?
Comedy relief.
Okay, cool. That is an answer, and that is an acceptable answer. We can go with that.
Tank. Was I supposed to interpret that a different way? You were
No, those work.
giggling.
Both of them.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, both of those work.
He's just giggling. Let him giggle.
Eagle.
Is me, you know.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, in relationship with me, is there anything you would like for me to lean? I think you would like to lean in on, in terms of creating, as we work through the campaign. So like, it says drawing parts of the world, keeping track of party loot, designing items. So like, for example, I know for my friends one shot that we did, I made a song based on the bar that the campaign had started off in. So
Okay.
like, if there's anything that like tickles your fancy or that you like doing for campaigns, that would be.
I mean, not necessarily, unless that's like up to you. If you like, especially if it has something to do with Paul.
Mhm.
But otherwise, no. I mean,
Okay, cool.
yeah. Yeah, it's whatever you want. Whatever you want. It's your place.
Yeah. So I mean, it's more so like if you feel inspired to do it. Like I don't want you to feel like you're limited in not being able to. Like if you like feel like, oh man, I really want to draw this cool character art of Paul, or this
Yeah, that I
this
am
interaction
doing
that
as well,
happened.
regardless
Yeah.
of what you tell me to do.
Okay. Cool. That works. I want you just want y'all to feel like that you with can, you know.
Okay,
And you're welcome to share it as well.
gotcha.
Yeah. Side quest. No, I had like talked about this briefly as well. If you're unable to join one day, are you cool if everyone else does the side quest?
Yeah.
And vice versa. Are you okay with doing side quests if other people can't play?
Yes, and yeah,
Okay, cool.
all good.
Yeah, that takes care of the question.
Invention
The other stuff down
ideas.
below is for like, yeah. So that ties in kind of with the campaign setting, but
Okay.
those can be blank for now. We're good with those. And then letters are like, I know some people like go in depth with their backstory and their lore, and so they have that information filled out
Right.
separately. They could just put it in there if they wanted. But yeah,
Okay.
that is the thing.
Cool.
Oh, only other question, and it's on the questionnaire. Are you able to play this Saturday?
Yeah, I saw that. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Satchio's not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
Yada said she can. And then just waiting on Soup.
Non-sweep?
On Soup.
Oh,
You
waiting
say
on
sweep?
soup.
Oh, wait,
I mean,
yeah,
if it's just
like,
if you want to wait, we can wait.
I mean, I'm still
Beans
gonna-
heard
if I have two
non-sweet. I
people-
heard unsoup.
Unsoup.
Well, I
He's
said on Soup.
unsoup.
The unsoup.
Yeah. But I
Tonight
think
we're
as long
having
as
the
we have-
unsoup for dinner.
Side note,
Unsoup
whenever I
me.
had mentioned that you guys are gonna be playing D&D, I said, yeah, Soup and Beans are gonna be there. And my wife was just tickled by the.
Yeah.
Bean
Soup,
soup.
beans, yada, and Satila.
Yeah. But I think my goal is like if there's two people besides me that are available to play, then we're gonna do something with it.
Indeedical.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'll
If you
tell
wanna
you if
hang out while
anything
we do-
changes.
Yeah, it sounds good. If you want to hang out while we do Steels, you're
Yeah.
welcome to. Or if you want to head out
Yes,
now, that is
Beansy
fine too.
hanging out.
I'm gonna hang
Beansy hanging out. Beansy input.
out. I'm gonna hang out.
You hang it. Now we're just delve into being South Park characters.
Right.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. So first question. Character name. What's your character name?
Just a moment, and I will bring it all up.
I do believe I have some of this stuff pulled up on the side right here.
But I gotta be typing it, don't I? Don't I?
Yeah, and I also want to know how to pronounce this stuff as well.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Okay. That, and this, and that, and... My name is Thernaldus Fleides.
Please,
All
nuts.
these
You would take care not to jest about my genitals.
Just at your genitals.
Mm. Heritage, I am...
And then
Sorry.
they're like,
I'm gonna let Baljeet ask the questions.
Yeah. So, what's your heritage?
Okay.
What are you?
I am I herald from the Goliaths, you see. Where we seek heights above those reached by their ancestors. In particular, I want to reach to my gods.
And what is it that you do? Thernaldus.
As a profession?
As your class.
As my class? Well,
Yeah.
I am a wizard. Well, okay, so I'm a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Evoker, I guess, is
Yes.
also
You evoke
there.
the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how old are you?
How old do Goliaths tend to... What is the oldest Goliaths tend to be?
4 billion years.
That's older than Alex. Damn.
Do we know?
Looking it up. Goliath. They have lifespans comparable to humans.
Okay, got
They
it.
usually live less than a century.
I also need to refer to what I said in Discord about this initially.
Wow. I don't know if you said too much about him on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gave the whole spiel.
Well, maybe I can see.
I was like, I want to be a wizard who something with the gods.
Oh, I thought you meant as far as like your age and stuff like that. I was like, I don't remember.
No. But I'm gonna go back there and check it out. It was like one of the first posts. There.
First post.
Post!
Oh, in my server. not on
Yes. My initial thoughts are about a philosophical wizard who uses various things to sacrifice to the gods in order to gain powers in the vein of that god's element. Yes. So I am like, I'm in my 40s.
Mhm.
40's nuts.
Thank you. And my pronouns are he, him. Just go with that.
We just walked into it again. Damn. Okay. Physical appearance. What is your body type? How do you walk? What scars or markings do you have?
I am quite lean for a Goliath. I am kind of just tall and lanky. With a hunch. And I walk with small steps. Small, quick steps.
I just imagine Dexter from Dexter's Lab.
Nose in book. Scars or
It's like
markings.
shuffling along.
I have several scars and markings up and down my
Besides.
arms. Because I have sacrificed even my own blood and skin to the gods I
Yes.
so worship.
Saitiel saying that he does heroin.
Yeah, sure.
Jeez. This is Twitch for clarification. This is all just a joke, or it's for D&D.
It's for D&D. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Small steps. Hi, Jenna. Oh my gosh. My moderator showed up to do their job.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kidding, Jenna.
Nice. Hotel California.
Yeah, so I've got a bunch of scars. I've got a bunch of scars running up and down the arms. My hard shelled skin is in various states of reformation.
I see.
Yes.
Clothing and style. What materials would you have access to? Did you make your own clothes? Did someone else make it? What influences your personal style?
I don't have time for clothes, so I just kind of like wear the same old rags I've been wearing since I attended college. And just keep getting them repaired. And so they are raggedy, tattered sage robes that need mending. They get patchwork every here and there, now and then.
Do they get washed on a regular basis?
No! Who has time for that? Washed.
I guess I would ask the same question to Paul. Paul, would your clothes be washed on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Next up, relationships. Okay, who is alive in your family, Tharnaldus? Who is dead? Who raised you? Do you have siblings?
I can only imagine the DM that I would get if I left and you're just like, do you wash yourself? I'd be like, excuse me, Belgi?
I have no time for my family. And I don't care to remember them. I'm too bothered with my research and devotion to the gods to be important with such petty matters. My only family, so to speak, are the gods I wish to reach.
So it would mean that you do technically have some, but only... Okay, got you.
Yes, my goals are lofty indeed towards the Olympus.
Friends. Who was close growing up? Do you still know? I feel like that's going to be an answered question based on the previous one.
Who was close growing up? Well, I will have to say I locked myself quite a bit of time into the libraries. And so I surrounded myself with sages who, in the same vein of my upbringing from them, sacrificed everything to the gods. Quite ignorantly, quite idiotically. My methods are far better than theirs. They reach the gods in death. I will reach them alive. Surrounded by sages foolhardy enough to think they could reach the gods alive. However, I will be the one to surpass them.
Okay. Who was in town that you respected, knew, or learned from? Are they still around? It doesn't have to be necessarily in town, but who is your ally?
The only people I respect in town are the effigies that those commoners have made of the gods in the image of them. How inaccurate they may be, they still represent a degree of representation to my beloved gods.
So you're self-taught then as a wizard?
Oh, certainly. Yes.
Okay.
Self-taught wizard who only looks to the effigies of gods for guidance, however inaccurate they may be in the craft of the common folk.
Enemies, are they personal enemies? Enemies of a group? You haven't really met the group yet. How much power do your enemies have? And what's the worst events that happen between you?
I wouldn't say I have enemies, but annoyances. Blockages in my life that, I mean, keeping a day job, I suppose, is my worst enemy.
I was gonna say, we said blockages. They have food for that now, but a day job makes more sense.
Yes. So I would say the common everyday life is my enemy because they simply do not understand the way I want to work. And so I think while I must obey a certain system of the law in order to survive, secretly despise it.
So I think the key thing that you said was their annoyance is more so than enemies.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I must maintain my facade of obeying the laws and customs of everyday life. It is only just that, a facade, to be good in the eyes of the law. But I approach with my study ever closer to the coveted pantheon I so desire.
Means that you should pop open a Shasta.
Yep. No, 7-Up.
I gotcha. Wait, are you married or in a relationship? Do you have children together? Is your partner still alive?
Who has time for that? Next question.
Okay. How do you present yourself? How do you interact with others? Are you more likely?
Actually, I'll go back to the previous question. Wait a second.
Okay.
Who has time for that? Unless you mean among the pantheon. My devotion, of course, lays to only one woman. I'm sure you can guess. Her name is Aphrodite. Okay, next question.
Okay. How do you present yourself? How do you interact with others? Are you more likely to use your fist or your words in an argument?
How do I present myself? Well, I'm not much in the way of presenting oneself in front of anyone who needs my time, because they don't need my time. And even if they do, grab me by the shoulder and say, hey, I need, such and such, this and that. Whatever, I'll do it. But it is only just to keep up the facade that I am actually doing what is needed, I guess. So, I will just say I present myself to be efficient in my words, efficient in my actions, but completely self-serving to my own end in the end, without anyone really knowing that half of it.
Means you gotta act like you don't know what's going on.
Efficient in my words, efficient in my actions, but they do not know that it is all for my purpose, to serve the gods, to be among them even. Sacrificing every bit of myself devotedly. Am I? So yeah, I guess it's about words for me.
Okay. Accent in speech. What do you sound like and why?
I guess you would describe this as high, sort of nasally voice. High and nasal voice. Bookish.
It sounds bookish.
With a self-serving, all-knowing affectation. Dismissive tone to those who are not worthy of my time, lest they aid me in my conquest.
Alright. Habits. Do you drag your feet? Smoke? Chew your nails? Anything else
Chew
besides
your
those
feet.
ones?
Smoke
Chew
your
your
nails.
You can often find in my waistband that I carry at least 6 books at all times, and not one of them goes unread throughout the day. Anywhere I go. They will not be kept unread at any time of the day.
What is your worst characteristic?
Being mortal.
Yeah.
Okay, likes. Give me at least 3.
Sorry if you heard that.
No, that's fine.
What do you
You're-
mean? I'm doing this for those kinds of reactions.
No, I slurped.
Oh, I didn't hear any slurping.
thought
I
you
just
were
heard a
laughing.
chuckle.
No.
So he went, ho ho.
Yep.
And I'll do it again.
Okay, likes, give me at least 3. Well, Greek pantheon. Books. And sages who tell of history unwritten. As in the oral tradition.
Okay, dislikes. Do same kind of thing. Give me 3.
Dislikes. Mortals. petty day life tasks. Such as work and rest in the traditional, customary sense.
What does that mean? Oh, sleeping?
Yeah.
Washing dishes, folding laundry, going to bed on time, eating.
Yes. And then the third one.
But what was the third thing?
I'm thinking of a third thing.
Balls, ooh, screen. No, I was quoting SpongeBob. And the walls will ooze green slime.
What's a good third one for Tharnoldus here? Talkativeness.
wait.
Talkativeness.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait, so would it be talkativeness or would it be idle chatter?
I suppose, yes. Idle small talk.
Just because I was thinking if you like the oral tradition for history, someone could still be
Yes.
talkative and do
Only the important parts.
Mhm.
But also the ones that embellish and so we can understand more about the gods. Otherwise, everything else is small talk.
What is something you're naturally good at, or something you had to work really hard to be good at? And what do you like to do in your downtime? I think you've already answered part of that, but
Yeah, I guess reading books. Something I'm naturally good at is reading books. Something you had to work hard to be good at is reading books.
you could just put 3 reading books.
Yeah. Reading books, understanding, and
Books.
closeness to the pantheon. Though they don't know that. And getting my way in an efficient manner.
Okay. Next, do you believe in one of the gods? Why?
Greek pantheon.
How has it changed you?
How has it
Yeah.
changed me? It's my everything. Truly, they are like my family. They provide every sort of abundance for me in every waking hour. They provide so much knowledge, so much enjoyment of life. And it is so soul-crushing to be walking as a mortal. I'm sure they will accept my application to be among them. Provide for every abundance. My life. And it is soul crushing to have been mortal. Through my knowledge and charm, they will surely accept my oath and application to be among them.
Okay. Relationship with authority. Would you break the law? How would you respond to being arrested in Dungeons and Dragons? Twitch, that is for reference.
Have people really gotten in trouble for that on Twitch?
I don't know. I think that it's like along the same lines of in Minecraft joke,
Yeah.
but also it's a slight CYA kind of thing.
Because I know about like people getting censored on YouTube, but I've never heard about it on Twitch. Just
Yeah, I
wondering.
guess it's more of just a CYA. Yeah, just a CYA kind of thing.
Yeah.
What is CYA?
Cover
Your
your
ass.
Oh.
ass.
Put it. Yeah.
Cover your ass.
I don't really do that much, do I? I kind of just vibe.
Yeah.
I'm not so worried about this, Baljeet. Okay. So ask the question again, in your way.
Would you break the law? How would you respond to being arrested?
Would I break the law? I mean, it's really rather inefficient to break the law. I can do everything I want to in my own way without hurting anyone. You know, as much as I detest daily life and its customs, I have to get along somehow. So I must submit to those whims. I have no time to break the law. It would take me too far away from the pantheon I covet.
I see.
The law would be a waste of time. It would bring me too far from the grace of the pantheon. As much as I detest daily life and its customs, I can get by without resorting to barbaric means.
Barbaric.
Oh, not the barbaric memes. All right. Are you a leader or a follower? And why?
Well, naturally, if I want to be a god, I have to lead. These simpletons just don't know where or how or why to act.
Right. I told this to the beans earlier. I don't know if you heard it. The politics questions were like already listed in the questionnaire,
Mhm.
and I'm willing to learn more and do a little bit more as far as adding that into the campaign.
Okay.
However, that is not my strong area, but if it is an area that you're interested in, I can work at that. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to learn
um,
about, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, this
So,
guy,
would you say?
he'd probably, I mean, everything's the Greek pantheon. So, I mean, abiding by those oaths to all the gods, I mean, he sacrificed so much, that's the only thing that matters, no matter what.
Mhm.
That's like the same thing with the law.
Mhm.
The law doesn't really matter, it's just a means to an end. But in the end, everything that truly matters is whether I'm being faithful to my gods in every possible way I can. Each day I have those daily rituals of, going to every shrine, going to, doing all those things to appease them, making those sacrifices, making those oaths. Doing those
I see.
ceremonies, I guess. That's where my greatest power comes from, is gaining favor, and though it can be seen as rather transactional, I feel it brings me closer. So whatever the gods say, whatever I learn from the sages in the oral traditions say about the gods.
Gotcha. What'd you say?
I said, if you love the gods so much, why don't you marry them?
What do you think I'm trying to do? I don't know how to summarize that in my... I'll just say Greek pantheon is everything.
Yep.
Uh,
Thought you were just gonna say Greek pantheon, period.
Period.
I go to every shrine every day I possibly can. Bringing things they like so I can gain my knowledge and power and closeness to it. The law of mortals is just a means to an end.
Okay, so next question is, for dreams or nightmares, describe one of each briefly. And so this could either be like a literal dream that you had within a time you were asleep, or a long-term goal or fear.
Well, my greatest dream is to stand among the Greek pantheon in the Hall of Zeus and be cherished by them. In the halls of Olympus. As well as Hades.
Hades nuts.
I think I made a TikTok that had that in it.
And my nightmare would be to be shunned by them. To be shunned by the very things I love. By the very people. By the very coveted. By the very coveted. I desire to gain affection from. Totally and utterly powerless, though my devotion is strong as ever. That is my greatest nightmare.
Right?
Do you have any questions that go off of these questions just for yourself that we could...
I would say for this
build
one,
off of?
how would your is it clear that your devotion is maybe not clear, that's not the best way to put it. You're saying that some of this is transactional.
Mhm.
And so it's more to attain godhood or to reach the levels of Mount Olympus more so than doing it for the gods themselves. Is that what it is?
Well, I feel like most people aren't doing enough, right? So in order to show my devotion, my real job, my real career, is providing those transactions to the gods that I love. That's the only way I can really reach them. Otherwise, my lips cannot touch their ears.
Gross.
Okay. So you're of the mindset that through those specific acts of doing quote unquote rituals is how to please the gods and reach
They're
God.
more like my acts of love. It's my love language is the gift giving. You know, bringing gifts to the gods also empowers me because I recognize it. Whether, you know, he realizes it's like, you know, a placebo effect, maybe, right? Because he's a wizard and maybe he's just studied that, right?
Instead of a cleric, yeah.
But
yeah.
because, like, he thinks his gifts to the gods, his sacrifices and everything is making him stronger, and that's what in his mind is kind of through that sheer will that builds his magical powers, right? Whether it's real or not, you know, he can never know, but he feels like it's real.
So is the overall desire for him power then to get to the same level? Not as far as pleasing the gods, but like is that the overall goal for?
It's part of it is the power, yes, but part of it is to have that power and to also be respected for it and be in the peerage of the gods, because he despises so much of being mortal, right? He wants that sense of family in a way, but on his terms.
Had anything happened in his past to get him to not get along with others with his family? Like I know you said there was the and everything, and the gods or his family. Is there anything in his past that kind of sparked that?
I would say so. Are you talking about early years now?
Let me see. Is that for? Yes, actually, the transitions.
Okay. So I
changed
would
that.
say the reason he's like this. Yeah, I think he was affected by, you know, his family's devotion to the gods. But, you know, I think once it was time to grow up and really get into the thick of it, he was still like there in that mindset of like the gods are everything. And you know, to most people it's like, oh yeah, let's put our devotion to the gods and, you know, thank them, but we have our own lives to get around, you know, and we have our own lives to really care for. But for him, it's like his idolatry, his obsession from childhood and being raised in that way has turned him into this sort of extreme version. You know, he's like the number one fan, in essence. And it goes above and beyond just being an adoring fan. It goes into where it's like, well, you guys really don't understand what life is about. Do you want to succeed? Do you want to gain favor? You know, you have to do these things, and nobody really understood that. And so, through being misunderstood through his own obsessions, people kind of shunned him. And I think in that way, he has no time for them.
Would he be the kind of person that keeps a mental checklist of all the different things that he's done for the gods over the course of the year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because in his mind, everything he's done has had some sort of effect on his life in order to reach further up the chain. So keeping track of that stuff is definitely a part of him. I don't know how to put that all into words. You might want to take your own notes and paste them in here.
Let's see. Oop, I hit space instead of clicking in there. Okay. Scrolling. There we go.
Scroll.
Scrolling. Learn all of devotion from parents and befall them to adulthood. Not through. So his actions. Oh man, my music stopped. Okay. His life. Hey, thanks, Kaz. I do need water.
Drink that water.
Drinking that water
Drink that water.
into the
Check.
stretchies.
Search
Okay.
search
So-
that body.
Well, others. And now Stanley's talking.
Meow meow.
Yo.
Yay!
Yeah, man.
I like it when
Meow.
the blissful greeting plays.
Alright, let's see. So while others consider their lives to still be their own, be considered
Hi,
to
Kaz.
belong only to the gods. Me and typing errors belong.
You don't have to worry about getting the typing right. Just write it
I
down
was
in
wondering,
a way that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Consider his to belong only to the gods. His acts of devotion. Beans, I'm loving hearing all these in my ear. It's fantastic. Keep on. I love it.
I bet you do.
I'm so all of these I've connected. I've moved my stuff from Blurb over to mix it up. So I'm proud of how I've had to go in and find the timing for all of these. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they're fun.
Okay. His acts of devotion happen to be tied to events in his life.
Meow meow meow.
Knowledge.
Yeah, mix
Or
up's pretty
power.
dope.
I still use blurb.
It's the beans. Does that blurb sound good to you there?
Sure.
Blur.
Sure. Okay, recent times. What major events have happened in the past few years? Where are we picking up in your story?
A good question. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where are we picking up in this story?
Wait, did that one not work?
I guess. I mean, so I guess this means like what has led me to join up with this group. It could be.
to some
It
extent.
could involve
I mean,
that.
I was gonna have that be. I mean, I was gonna have it be like you. I mean, you'll make the choice to join the group or not join the group. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to join the group if we're gonna continue playing. But like you'll make that decision whenever you join
Satila
up with the.
has their own separate campaign by themselves.
I mean, oh man, there are the little one shots written for just two people playing D&D, the DM and one person. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you would make that decision based on what prompts like you guys are given, whatever
Yeah.
scenario you're able to join. and, like, what's going on with
Maybe
characters.
the library I'm studying at has had enough of my shit. Library I've been studying at seems to, quote, had enough and has exiled me. So too have temple and shrine owners or officiators for my, quote, obnoxious behavior. I am setting out on a pilgrimage to find the natural shrines and temples not made by mortal hands. To bring myself closer to the Pantheon. That's what I think.
Okay, cool. And that I mean, I think between both the recent times and the early life and what we had talked about a little bit before too, that definitely gives me enough to go and give you some tie-in and also some buy-in as well.
Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to make things easy for myself. I wanted to just live in the same town my whole life. I didn't have the means to do this, but now that I've kind of been pushed out by force, I have no other choice. I'm going to have to scrounge and find what I can, and honestly, it's probably a good change for me to discover, you know, begrudgingly I admit it is a good change for me to discover the world outside.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps
did
find
have a
out more
question.
about the gods in my own way that the sages could not offer at the library.
I did have a question real quick while Beans is going to the restroom. You had marked on D&D Beyond your character. Is that how you are planning on playing your character?
I didn't... You cut off. Your mic cut off.
Oh, you had marked your. I was going to ask a question since Bean is going to the restroom. You had marked on D&D Beyond your alignment for your character. Is that how you plan on playing your character?
What is the alignment I put?
I think here it said evil. Look back and see.
What kind of evil?
Let me see.
Neutral evil.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The alignment of those who are untroubled by the harm they cause as they pursue their desires. So, I mean, he probably doesn't realize the harm he causes by doing what he does, you know, innately. So yeah, absolutely, in a way, that lines up. Because it's to an extreme point where it's the obsession that goes above everything. You know, goes above mortal morality. And I guess in
So
some
if
ways,
someone were to-
he has to abide by certain gods' laws who do, respect humans, but only to the point that, he does to get by and win favor
Okay.
with them.
Gotcha. I just, I guess my thing was more so is as we play through, I just want to make sure it wasn't going to be anything that would conflict with like other people's like overall thing, like if the overall the party, not necessarily individuals' overall goals. That would be more thing. But if it's just just the strong devotion to doing it,
Because
Yeah.
if there's going to be something that I see on our quest that is going to bring me closer, that's a trap for me. Right?
Mhm.
That's
a more dilemma situation.
that's a dilemma where it's like I'm going to be pulled away from this group because that is above everything what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do.
Okay, good question. Good answer. Good next section. Okay, are you an outcast? Are you in a prominent social circle?
What would what would he say? I think probably to outsiders, right? From the outside perspective. A total outcast. But in my mind, these matters of class are irrelevant. I will pursue conversation if needs be to a person of any mortal standing, even if they perceive and assail me as I am, quote, out of line.
I see. Relationship with the law. Have you been arrested? Have you spent time in jail? Were you the law yourself? I think we kind of already answered that.
Yeah, no.
But okay,
There's no time.
really
So there's
small.
no time for in his mind. There's no time for committing crimes.
Mhm.
At the same time, if he sees the opportunity, right? The dilemma is, I need to get that somehow,
Mhm.
even if it's questionable.
Mhm.
So perhaps he does dealings with the law in order to do those things, to gain their favor. At least, picking on the lawful evil people and kind of manipulating them.
Mhm. I see.
So probably on good terms with the lawful evil. Attempts to manipulate them for his own whims, my own whims. I guess I uphold the law myself in a way that I will if I see something that is sacrilege, I will go out of my way. If I see something that is sacrilege, I will go out of my way to correct it.
Like flipping a table at a temple.
Despite the ruckus that may ensue. Yep.
Okay. What mementos do you carry?
Oh. Well, I'm probably carrying all sorts of jewelry around that I could find. Well, probably not. Probably all my possessions that I carry are only a means to an end to gift to the gods or sacrifice in some way as part of rituals. So, various ritualistic mementos of all kinds the gods favor. But they switch out so frequently, you won't find me carrying the same things twice. Or at least every day. Because I'm thinking the days of the week are devoted to certain gods at certain times of the year, certain seasons. So it changes. Those kinds of mementos.
Okay, got you. Societal service. Have you spent time in the military? Were you a doctor? I think both of those were no.
Well,
Based on what we discussed, unless there's other things I want to throw in there.
I mean, societal service, I mean, under the tutelage of maybe sages and priests, you know, at various points. And trying to do it all until they got tired of me. So under the tutelage of various sages and priests until I was bored of them or they had enough of me.
Were you ever in school?
I probably saw school, you know, pretty favorably while I was young. But I think I saw through it, and I began to make the libraries and the places of worship my schools and the sages. So only in early childhood I far outstripped their need to sate daily life and took up a monostatic, I guess.
Is it monastery or monastic?
Monastic.
Pretty sure
Like
it's
monastery?
monastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I know words for once.
Took a monastic view and pursued self-education as well as the tutorial.
Tutor.
I'm a tutor of sages and priests. And I suppose, you know, trying to find out more about the gods in more hysterical fits of ritual. I guess how would I describe this? I don't have the word right now. But like, you know how in some cultures they, you go on your spirit journey or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
or you,
Pilgrimage.
yeah, well, no, not a pilgrimage, not a physical pilgrimage, but like an ayahuasca trip or something like that.
A peyote trip.
Yeah. So I mean, it's something in that vein where it's like, I don't know what you call that.
Transcendence?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, like a transcendental meditative kind of style in order to, like, seek communication
I
with
feel
the
like
gods in that way. No, not epiphany. I can't think of the
prophetic, not
words.
prophetic. Oracle.
No.
Prophetic.
No. None of those things. I forget the exact word for it, but it's like, you go into a trance in a way. That you're so devoted to finding those sorts of truths.
I know what you mean, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the benefits of becoming entranced or
Enlightened.
of going into trances of enlightenment. I'll steal that.
Hi, JP.
In order to
I don't know if anybody said hi.
from the gods.
JP the Adventurer is here.
Y'all go follow KP. Job profession. How did you get started in your chosen class? Books.
I mean, I don't.
Why is there a whole blank page here? Good.
How did you get started in your chosen class? I mean, simply because I chose it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that is an answer.
yeah. I chose it. It was my will to fulfill the gods.
My will to fulfill.
My will to fulfill.
Yeah, JB, we're filling out character planner questionnaires for D&D. We did Beans' earlier, and Satil is working on theirs now. We are almost done with the character section. I'll hop into the player section.
Okay.
Is it my will to fulfill the gods? Okay. Motivation. Long-term goals. What drives you? What are you trying to accomplish?
Immortality among the Pantheon. Without fear of death. Mortal death. And I guess short-term goals would be what I said earlier. But I want you to expand on any questions that you need to.
No. I mean, that covers it. Immortality among the Pantheon without fear of mortal death is a pretty solid long-term goal to be able to work some things around.
I feel like you're talking to me like you're my therapist.
I'm trying to not overly step any ideas.
Yeah. It's
Because
funny.
I've jotted down
but
some notes for like
no. But like Baljeet,
from
like
camping
that's how characters are made, though. Like I want you to step in.
Mhm.
I want you to
So
discuss
what I
it
mean is
with
like
me.
overstepping. So what I mean is like it's great if like if you know a little bit, but like my goal for the overall thing is like for you guys collectively to figure out more about each character, each other, how y'all interact with each other, how y'all can solve problems, and how you guys figure out how to move and affect the world you're going to be
Yeah.
living in. And so, as much as like I ask questions, like I may ask like surface level things or a few things here and there, it's more so to me that you guys these ideas together. Like my thing is like I'm just facilitating, and so I don't want to have too many questions answered from me asking just now.
Yeah, I know, but it would help me because
yeah.
I'm new. I'm not played that much, but I know how to act and I know how to work with directors. And so, like, when you're working in theater, you placate questions about the characters, and that's how it drives the creativity out of me into the campaign. Right?
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking for from you.
Mhm. So I mean, I think this has been this whole list is pretty expansive, at least for like a jumping point. Um, and I want to ask you before Beans hop back on was another one for me to kind of get a better sense of who your character is. I think that kind of filled in a little bit more for you as well
Mm-hmm.
for how it's gonna work. I think some of it too is like we can. It's one of those things where you say who you are as a person in general, whether it's D&D or not. If you who you say is you are as a person, but then you're faced with the situation and then what you do in that moment kind of helps define who you are. It's not always who you're held to, but then if it happens again and again, or if you have no reflection on it and you continue to do the same thing, then it's like that starts to shape who your character is. So it's to me, it's like we're answering these questions. I want to see how much of this is going to line up with where you are within the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll probably like if there's something I feel like that needs to be expanded on as we're working through it, then I'll probably bring it up more so.
That makes sense.
Like the ones that I was really looking to see for a lot of y'all, was definitely more so the early years and recent times, and then anything else that formulate into who you were as a character previous to that. So that kind of informs what do we need to shape the world to look like based on like what ties in with already there, and then what do you need to provide that gives you some not even just incentive but connection
Mm-hmm.
and drive beyond just like, oh hey, there's a quest we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay.
Bourbon the green, the brib. So yes, what are you trying to do now to reach your goal? I know you had just said with your, well, I'm gonna get some water. With your recent events that happened, you had kind of
Yeah.
been kicked out of
Right.
libraries and temples and things like that. So what would be your short-term goal now based on that?
So my short-term goal based on that, I think I mentioned it earlier. Yeah. So right now, let's see. Right now, I'm searching for natural places of where the gods' powers are strongest. Not
So you mean
made by
more
man.
so- Okay, so not necessarily like ley lines, but if there's a place where they have claimed as their own
Yeah,
place for
wherever
residing or
you feel their
place that they have
presence the
developed.
most.
Mm-hmm.
and can gain from it,
Mm-hmm.
and can gain favor from it.
All right. That works. That works. Adventuring, why are you settling, or not settling? We're not settling right now. Why are you setting off at this point in time? That kind of ties in with the short-term goals.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been on the road? Okay, that's a good one. How long would you say that you've been traveling
Okay,
from?
so, well, first of all, I'm setting off because of exile.
Mhm.
I am 6 months since exiled.
Okay, gotcha. Limits. What is the worst thing you'd be willing to do to achieve your goal? What would you consider to be too far?
What's the worst thing? Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do some research.
No. Okay, yeah, I got you.
But Trundle.
No, Satila's not been kicked out. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about D&D. This is the one shot that we're doing on alternating Saturdays. Oh, you're good. It's all good, Grundle. We're just vibing.
Still gets kicked out of everywhere.
No. But yeah, for those of y'all that are in the Discord, you will be able to watch the events unfold every other Saturday.
Worst thing I could do.
Hi, Crundle.
Man. I guess the worst thing I could do is like an action that gains total favor with one god, but depletes favor with another. You know, and so it strikes that imbalance. So it would be actions that completely unbalance the favor with gods, skew them with one part of the pantheon, but lose favor with another. That's kind of the general idea. I don't really have much specifics right now.
Okay. And you can always add to it, but yeah, I get what you mean for the
Yeah, I
sake.
mean, we can go through it as we go on too, like you said. Together, which is what I would prefer. I'm still discovering it.
Why are you open to teaming up with others? Potentially. Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Why would you be open to teaming up with others?
As long as there is some thread that ties us together to do God-pleasing acts, and gain the coveted noble favor of my place in Olympus, I see no reason not to at least act on certain quests. As a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the pursuit of knowledge and perspective on the party's own relationships to their devoted gods will give me insight into how I can better serve them.
Okay, got you. Okay, cool. I'm liking that I already have stuff for this. Yay, cool, woot woot. Okay, attitude towards settlements. Would you feel safe? What makes or would you feel safe there? Are you more of a hoarder or a minimalist? And if you decided to stop adventuring and settle down, what kind of job would you take?
I don't know. What do you call it when someone hoards everything but then gives it away?
A donor? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Robin
It's
Hood?
like I'm going to amass several things only just to give them away for my purposes, right?
It's Robin Hood. Redistribute the wealth among the masses.
So my preferred settlement would be a place where I can easily access all things equal in worship to the pantheon, so that I may serve them the objects and rituals they desire. Trying to just resolve those two questions in one statement. Decide to stop adventuring and settle down, what kind of job would you take? There is no rest. Until I reach Olympus.
There is no rest for the wicked.
And from there, I can disperse my knowledge at my leisure in obtaining godhood.
Okay. Attitude toward tech. Do you live in modernity?
Modernity.
In modernity.
Modernity.
I live with whatever is around. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if it's an invention, right, that innovates upon the efficiency to give unto the gods, then sure, what the hell? As long as it's not sacrilege.
Okay. So I guess I guess you would have enough book knowledge with stuff, yeah, to go with it, whatever it is. So like along the lines of solar punk or Greco punk, in my mind, for those things.
I really don't know.
Okay, cool. Attitude towards reality. If you go, you made in the past, what would you change? Given the choice, would you continue living your life or pick a different life entirely? What would be different?
We're not gonna get to Kirby tonight.
Oh, I knew that in my head. Like once we hit like 11, 11, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a different night. But that's, I mean, wait, I'm glad we're going through this though. You know, I'm glad you and Beans hopped on.
It's fun,
And
yeah.
someone's-
Yeah, I like doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to rephrase this in your own way, Baljeet? That would help me better.
Would you change? Yeah. Would you change anything about what has gotten you to this point? Would you live a different life than being one as devoted to the gods? Or would you choose a different? Would you? No. Those two questions. Yep.
Okay. I mean, my whole pursuit of life is to pursue another life. So,
Mhm.
why change anything now? Is to pursue the immortal life. Why change it now? Because, you know, it's pretty much the attitude is ever onward in the pursuit of knowledge and favor and the bright future. In my own demented way.
Own demented way. Okay. Later questionnaire. Here we go.
Yep. Okay, now
Okay.
it's me. Now it's Satil.
Now it's yeah. Hi, Satil. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah. Also, side note, real quick. If you have like audio or an image that you want to have as a redeem on my stream, just let me know because I got a couple of them already up. But I just want to make sure that all the homies get one. You know. JP, same goes for you. If you're still listening, just let me know. But yeah, what are you hoping to get out of the campaign? What parts of playing D&D are you most interested in? And what's the most boring to you? Or not even necessarily the most boring, but what do you dislike? Might be a better way to put that last question.
I probably don't know that last question enough.
Okay.
Because I have such little experience. So I won't really go so far as to answer it. But I mean, much like Beans, I'm here to have fun. So, fun is number one.
Fun
Second
number one.
is to explore characters and get to know them. Build communication skills and camaraderie. And I mean, I really enjoy I really enjoy like the on-the-fly decisions, you know. I'm not like a player. Okay, I guess I'll say what is most boring to me. Now that I think of it. Because
Okay,
I'm thinking
good.
of like what the
No.
best part of it is and what my least favorite part of it is. Because the best part of it is when we can just like make on-the-fly decisions without like having to talk about it overly much. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's some situations where you get stuck in trying to make decisions or like playing out a situation like way too far out. And it just drags the whole thing down. Yeah. Like it drags on for way too long. So I really enjoy like the pacing of like striking balance between like the encounters and the interactions of like figuring out like where to go next. But what I don't
That's kinda
enjoy
what
is
I was getting into, too.
staying too long in one place.
Because I was in a campaign at one point where people would just like discuss everything and go through the plan like step by step, and there would be sessions like 3-hour sessions where it would be nothing but discussing what we were going to do next, and it killed me. Anyway,
So,
sorry.
I do not enjoy as
We're
much.
here for the discussion. Like if I know if Yada and Super here, I'd want them to chime in too, for sure.
Mhm.
Because like if my job as the DM is to make sure that enjoyable experience for y'all, like,
Right.
for me. I'm not gonna do it and then like not get any enjoyment out of it. Like that's why I've like done this stuff with Roll20, because like I enjoy having like the music and the maps and the character stuff all on there for us to see and for me to be able to easily show.
I don't know. You could
So-
be a masochist.
I
don't know you that well.
It's not me. It's all part of the plan. Me and Joker makeup. That's good, JP. That's
Nice.
good. Role group. What role do you see yourself filling in our current group?
Oh my gosh.
I
That's
know
a
it's kinda hard to
complicated
say that
one.
too. Yeah, so I think it might be an easier question to answer once you've kind of like listened in on like what's like how like everyone's played or like how you like vibe with everyone else. I know with Beans, he said that he wants to be the comedic relief, but also like the tank. So you're gonna answer it as far as like on like two fronts there with it.
Hmm.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that
I
doesn't have
can
to be answered
see-
right now either.
I can see me being the one like trying to push the group forward as much as possible and efficiently. At the same
Okay.
time, I want my character to fulfill their desires, so I might also
Mhm.
be the one that gets them off track.
Mm-hmm. I think how to phrase that. So, guiding, I guess then,
Yeah, I mean,
because
I
misleading
think-
can still be.
yeah, I think I'm doing guidance in a misleading manner. Because in the end, my character wants to
Very
serve
selfish.
serve purpose
Yeah.
in a way that benefits himself.
Okay, so I want to make sure this is clear here for the That's it, okay, no, that's fine. I can work with that. That's fine. Because you do answer as for the first part of it is for you as the player. JP says you are the main dude, like the main dude from solo leveling. Solo leveling anime. So was it Sungwoo? What was the Jinsung something relationship with me? Is there anything you would like to lean in on in terms of creating? So like if you like really vibe with making or like
Oh,
drawing
gosh.
maps or designing items.
I would
Like,
just
like
simply
beans is like for
I would just simply like to
maybe-
contribute in a way that upholds the atmosphere. So whatever you're throwing at us, I just want to build off of in my own way, my own reactions as an actor. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean for me it's I feel like pretty much whatever you guys put towards it is gonna contribute to the group.
Yeah.
It's like if you feel inspired to do something or like you feel more can be added into it, like give depth, or even if it's not necessarily you get some water.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too off track, but like, if my character in some way can provide information to the group in some way,
Well, what I mean is
in
like
certain
you as a
situations.
player too, though. So like for example, the example I gave Beans is like for one of my friends' one shots, I made like a song based on the bar we had started off.
Oh.
In that set. So like even if it isn't directly happening during the session time, if there's things you want to do to contribute to that.
No, I mean
Or something
ultimately
like you feel
you're the one driving the story. But at the same time, I'm hoping, just by my performance itself, inspires you to come up with ideas, and that, we can talk about them. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything like, physically, like, things to... I mean, I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Drawing parts of the world, keeping track of party loot, designing items. I
mean, it's not required. They can just like check in to see if it's like if that's something that scratches an itch for you. Like you didn't want like anyone to feel
the treasurer, sure.
Nice.
That's what it is. I mean, keeping track of party loot. If nobody's like, keeping track of that, that would be kind of a fun meta game for me.
What is that? Ombudsman?
Because in the end, my character can use that and say, "Oh, that would make a nice sacrifice here," or whatever.
Okay, and then the last question is, I think we've already talked about this already, but if you're unable to join a session one day, how would you feel if other people in the group did a side quest, and vice versa? If other people weren't able to join, would you be okay with doing this in that group?
I say all is fair.
All is fair is in Dragons and Dungeons.
Yes.
Dungeons and or Dragons.
Whoever shows up, shows up. Whoever is able to show up will play.
The show must go on. Or something. Or
anyways,
like that.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll add more to this, and there's a whole ideas section at the bottom. So.
So yeah,
I'm sure the more we get into it, the more will be invented by us as we talk.
Yes.
If we have time for that. I hope we have time for that.
Yeah. There will be plenty of time. I see, like, if, like, my thing is, hopefully this is something that lasts for a little bit, more than a little bit. And we just, like, vibe with it and enjoy for a while. If we can.
And that you were able to give this, as a vehicle for my character to live on for other campaigns or things we might do. So that's fun.
All right. So I think those are all the questions that I have at this point in time. And I think it's a good place to call it. Unless you have anything else you wanted to ask
or
about
unless you wanted to, take anything down from your own notes, going over it in review and get deeper into an interview.
I mean, I think this covers it. I jotted down some ideas I'd already had in my head. And just now this kind of reaffirms for what I can put into the y'all's more like immediate time frame, what we're gonna experience. Just based on what would tie in with backgrounds, ideals, and motivations, things like that.
Yeah.
But also, like, hopefully would not do anything to I can't think of the word. It would keep y'all together.
It's late.
Right.
Too divisive. Wouldn't be too divisive.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to, I mean, like, you could check in with me like a manager. We can have, like, weekly interviews. How are you doing with this character, Satil? How does it rest with you? What developments do you think have changed, or... I would love that.
I mean, yeah, and we can just use that group for it, or, I mean, if you want as well, that's fine. Whatever works.
I like group therapy. I like one-on-one therapy. I'm up for all of it. Thank you. Baljeet
It's not
PhD.
therapy. It's not therapy. It's not therapy.
Why can't
It's
it be
D&D.
therapy? Why can't D&D therapeutic?
Because I am not qualified to do that kind of work.
Well,
That is right.
Close enough.
I'm having it's a loose definition, Bulgy. Don't take it so seriously.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I want to clarify.
I know. You're afraid
people
of
out there
the
know.
CYA stuff and whatever, but you know what? On the Digital Dojo,
Yeah.
we're here to express ourselves, okay? Like, chill.
Gotta make sure we're on the same page. I gotta be able to set boundaries. Even if we're using a loose term, gotta make sure we have those boundaries in place.
You are so much. You're thinking about like everything. You gotta like go with the flow, man.
That's what
Yeah.
DMs do, though.
It is.
They're like,
It is.
They're like, what if this happens and what if this happens? I have to prepare for everything.
Then you just gotta be a
best
good
way of hurting-
improviser.
It's like it's hurting cats.
The whole time I was improvising Baljeet, by the way. The whole time.
I had
I
expected
had nothing
that was the
written down.
case.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can learn from each other.
I'm improvising right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I got caught here for stream.
Okay, me too.
So
Who are we gonna raid?
I'm looking, I'm seeing this person named Satil is on right now.
Ow.
Passia is on playing the Elden Ring? Yeah.
More like Smelden Ring.
Ooh, but Bonnie's playing Dark Souls. I think we go with Bonnie.
Okay,
It's Dark Souls.
send me the name.
Okay. Discord.
Thanks for letting me hang out.
Yeah, anytime. And if you ever want to, just hang out again, just let me know. Try my
Okay.
best. That's right, Kaz. It's Bonnie time.
Bunny. I don't know this person either. I don't think,
think
anyway.
you do.
Unless you mean Bunicular?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thanks y'all for being here. I appreciate it. And thank y'all. It is late for y'all to be up here vibing, and I appreciate it. Which /sign do I use?
All right.
Meow, 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 meow.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, JP. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Belty.
Sorry I didn't say hey
Thanks,
earlier. We were into the thick of it.
I said hi for you. It's
I
okay.
know. Meow, meow, meow.
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna click back into mine. If not, I gotta have to get off the shared chat to be able to do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, yep, I gotta get off the shared chat. I don't know why it's
Every
tricky.
disciple is welcome in the dojo.
in the dojo.
In the dojo. Here to mess around, hang out,
Flock around and find out.
get a little freaky.
Alright. Unless you guys want to do something afterwards, I'm gonna bounce.
Get out of here.
Bye, beans.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Y'all, we should be on tomorrow for something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
The schedule was posted. There's our raid message. Squawk
Yeah,
Squad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Bye, bye.
Lady y'all.